Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, the title of this lesson is going to be Follow Your Heart. Let's see what the Bible say. Follow your heart. Let's see what the Bible say. Now, the world's ideology, or should I say Western culture ideology, is that you should follow your heart. They say whatever you do, just follow your heart, right? And that couldn't be furthermore from the truth. That couldn't be furthermore from reality. And that couldn't be furthermore in distance when it comes to the Holy Scriptures. When you truly understand the Bible and the Holy Scriptures, we come to the realization that that's the last thing that we should do, you know. And I got some scriptures here to, prove my sentiments, right? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 7. It says, "Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, whose hope Yahweh is." So what's the hope of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? That America be destroyed by way of fire and brimstone through the thermonuclear missiles, a microchip being mandated, or forced upon the people to take, in which we know to be the MOTB, the Charagma, martial law, more pestilence, more plagues. That's who the Lord, that's the hope of the Lord, and that's going to be fulfilled, but essentially, we have to trust in the person who's bringing a ruckus, because if he's the one bringing a ruckus, he's the one who can actually deliver you from the ruckus as well. You're going to have people that's going to trust in themselves. They're going to trust in doctors. They're going to trust in nurses. They're going to trust in their own weapons, and that couldn't be furthermore from the truth. But that's a case in point of one following their own heart, or, following their heart. This is verse 8. It says, "For he shall be as a tree." This is one who trusts in the Lord. "For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river, and shall not see when he cometh. But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit." This is the point. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So why follow your heart? When your heart is deceitful. Your heart promotes lies. Your heart promotes emotions, and when we look into that word heart, and the Hebrew word is lab, which means your mind, so the scriptures speak upon, leaning not to our own understanding, right? Let me get that out real quick. Not to thy own understanding. Let's see. Yeah, Proverbs 3 and 5. It says, "Trust in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding." Why? Because the heart is deceitful, above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So that's why we are not to lean upon our own understanding, and call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, for blessing us with this truth. Because of course we don't know, your whole entire, thoughts, but you imparted us the information necessary to receive salvation, and to move accordingly, within the cesspool of a kingdom called America. Verse 10, it says, "I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings." So the Lord is out here testing the hearts as well, to see what kind of man you are, So, it's important, to, get familiar with the scriptures, as much as possible, because that's how we're able to determine how to maneuver, within his faith. I don't know why scriptures are slipping from me. I could quote them, but Oh, Jeremiah 3 and 15. That's the one. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15. It says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. And why is the Lord giving you pastors according to his heart and not their own hearts or not our own hearts? Because their hearts and our hearts are wicked. Their hearts and our hearts are deceitful. The heart of the Lord, it's best to, and we are those prophets, beginning with our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. We are those pastors, those prophets who the Lord is going to give you according to his heart. Why? Because we're coming out of the book. You got a lot of these Baptist preachers, these pastors in these churches, so on and so forth. They're not coming out of the scriptures when they teach. And if they do come out of the scriptures when they teach, they mangle the scriptures. They're not teaching with understanding. The scriptures tell us how we got to worship the Lord in spirit and in truth. Even some of these other Israelite camps out there, they're not giving you the word according to the Lord's heart, according to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's heart. They're teaching for a filthy lucre's sake. And to prove that real quick, it's the book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 11, right? It says, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, it's not the Lord among us. No evil can come upon us. These are those so-called pastors who sold out by way of a 501c3 charter, which is a tax exemption. So here it is. Their organization is in tax, and whatever tithing that they get from the congregation, they keep it within their pocket. That's why they're so focused and worried about members, more members, heaping disciples unto themselves, so to speak. It's all for the dollar. Money. But we have the hope for elect. We out there sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. We're not focused on receiving our consolation now, here and now. We're looking to receive a reward from Yahweh Shai himself, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai himself, and receiving the kingdom, and all the blessings, and all the bells and whistles, that comes with it. That's what we're focusing on, and the scriptures also speak upon being unprofitable servants. Why? Because we're doing what we're supposed to do. The Lord is only going to reward us because it's going to please him. Like the scriptures say, for it is your Father's great pleasure to give you the kingdom. Also, what else would happen if, the Lord gave you pastors according to their heart and not his heart? The scriptures tell us, this is Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 3. It says, thus saith the Lord power. Woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. That's right. They have no vision. They're going to give you blind hope, false hope. Right? It says, O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. So here it is. The Lord has destruction coming. And before destruction actually comes, he gives a warning. So here it is. If there's a pastor, according to his own heart, he doesn't want to see destruction. Why? Because he wants to, live luxuriously in the land that he's currently living in. He wants to live luxurious. So the Lord's plan or the Lord's intention, is in violation of his hopes and his dreams, of his hopes and his dreams. So therefore, he's not going to teach about the, the coming destruction, the said perils that's written in the scriptures. He's going to preach a prosperity doctrine, That's what he's going to teach. Or he's going to teach everything but destruction, And that's how you provide a hedge, for the people, so to speak. Right? It says, they have seen vanity and lying divination, saying, the Lord saith the Lord have not sent them, and they have made others to hope that they will confirm the word. So the Lord has not sent these guys out there that's not teaching about the destruction, because what's according to the Lord's heart? If you're not teaching about these key things, you are not a prophet. You are not a man of the Lord. It says, Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. If you're not teaching about these things, you are not a man of the Lord, and the Lord have not sent you. The Lord is not dealing with you, because that's what the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has been doing from the beginning of time. You know, is teaching about destruction. It says, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. You know, so you got guys out there. If you're not preaching about destruction, what are you teaching about? Peace. There's no gray areas with the Lord. You know, and when times roll and you see destruction is actually coming, and then you see men who are talking and teaching about the destruction, you're going to see that the Lord was truly with these men and not with these men. And the Lord is going to be made evident that the Lord has always been riding with great millstone. Great millstone, beginning with our apostles. You know, beginning with our apostles. So that's why it's important not to follow your own heart, man. Not to follow your own emotions, because your emotions will lead you to follow the wrong camp. Your emotions will lead you to follow IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, all these false teachers out there, you know. But when you deal with truth and spirit, you will follow great millstone. Like the scriptures say, then shall you return and be able to discern him that followeth the Most High and him that followeth him not, roughly paraphrasing, right? This is last and final scripture I want to bring out. This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 14, verse 2. It says, blessed is he whose conscience hath not condemned him. Your conscience meaning what? Your mind, you know, your heart, so to speak, right? And who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord, you know. So blessed that man who has not let his mind condemn him, because the only way your mind cannot condemn you is if you're in congruent, in conjunction with the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's why, you know, the Lord deprived the woman of wisdom, because she's dealing with feelings and emotions. You know, she's feminine, which means minus faith. You know, so it's up to her to follow her man, who she has feelings and emotions for, to do the right thing. You know, she can't do it on her own. She's not designed that way. She's not built that way. You know, and that's why a lot of these women be out there suffering, because they link themselves to bozos. They link themselves to worldly men. You know, they link themselves to gangbangers. They link themselves to false teachers. You know, so if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch. You know, but the time is going to come to where the Lord is going to allow these women to cleave on to the prophets, the elect. Lord willing, we all be a part of that remnant. And then the Lord will have mercy on them through those men, because they're the ones whose conscience have not been condemned, because they allow the word, you know, to guide them, you know, to guide us. You know, we allow the word to guide us. You know, we gotta start speaking, and, you know, as we're a part of this thing, you know, because we are a part of it. You know, we out there doing the works. You know, if not us, then who? You know. So to read that one more time, it says, blessed is he whose conscience have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope in the Lord. So, you know, as the goings get more tough, you know, the more strength and faith that we got to have, you know, because like Acts 14:22 says, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, you know. So expect tribulation, you know. With that, expect the faith increase as well, you know. So Lord willing, with that, you know, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutation, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.